Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing and Tour Reviews. In this video, we're going to take a look at another scanner from Launch, and it is the 123X V3. Let's do it. So I am no stranger to Launch scanners. So I have this Launch X431 Pro Elite. This is probably my favorite scanner that I have to date. I use a scanner all the time. I love the features. It's just packed full of features. I love what it offers you. I love the feel of it. I think the screen is fantastic. It feels great. It's a rubber. I mean, this is a very nice scanner. And I made a video on this. Go check it out on my channel. Just search Launch on my channel and you'll find it. And now Launch has sent me this one. This is going to be the more DIY friendly scanner. I guess is the best way that I could say it, because I made a video recently on a different scanner from another company, and it's the second scanner now that I've gotten that has lifetime updates, and people absolutely love that. This scanner on Amazon comes in just under $200. You can get it on sale for like $149 sometimes. But that's a very good price with lifetime updates. It's the Android 8.1, has a 5-inch screen, and it runs 9 to 18 volts. You know the whole shebang when it comes to scanners. But this one does not have a stand on the back like this one does. I love that this one has a stand, but it does have speakers here in the back. It is made in China. On the top, you have your power button. This is where your DLC cable, data link connector, is going to plug in. And this right here is where you're going to charge it. It comes obviously with both of those. You got a home button. You have your navigation button. Okay, and then a back button, and then this also is a touchscreen. So this is the box that it comes in, just a regular old box. Now, I don't know, is it called a creator or a C-reader? I honestly don't know. I've never asked them. I guess I should ask them something like that in the future. But this is the box that it came in, and it does come with a case, but it's just a nylon case. It's not like a blow molded case or anything like that. It does say Launch on the case. It does have a carry handle on top if you want to carry it from, if you're a mechanic and you're at the shop. And you want to take it home or something like that. And it also has a belt loop, so if you want to put it on your belt. Don't know why you'd want to, but it's there in case you want to. When you open this up, the scanner, go ahead and take this stuff out of here. I'll just show you what it looks like when you open it. So when you open it up, the scanner sits just like that. Your data link connector sits in here, and then so does your charge cable, which is a USB-C. Let's go ahead and pull those out. It also has some desiccant bags in there. You guys can see right there. So here's the data link connector. I have not hooked it up to a car. I have turned it on, signed in with my account, my Launch account, did the updates that it needed to do, which was a lot when I got it. But the cool thing is, once again, you don't have to pay yearly for the updates. This is about a 3-foot cable, and it does have a protector. Leave the protector in when you're not using it. I'm telling you, as a mechanic, I have had to share scanners with people before. They bend connectors. I mean, it's just crazy what people can do. But if you leave that in, you don't have to worry about anything happening to it when you're not using it. You're going to get basically a quick start guide, and then here is your user's manual. Actually a pretty nice manual. It's kind of reading through it. It's very thorough, kind of really shows you how to use it in case you're kind of green when it comes to using a scanner. The scanner does come with a screen protector when you get it. I took it off of there once I uploaded everything that I wanted to upload. That way you guys can see how nice the screen looks. Like a very nice screen. When it turns on, it reminds me a lot of my X431, just a much smaller version. The screen, the interface, the screen's like all the same. So it's very easy for me to navigate because I already have a Launch. But this is going to be very basic and very simple for the new user or the DIYers to be able to use this to, clear the check engine lights, read codes, maintenance, ABS, brake bleed, all that stuff. This scanner is going to do good for you. And guess what? I actually have a car with a check engine light on. My work van, my 2013 Ford E450, the check engine light turned on. It's the first time it's turned on since I've owned it. And I said, you know what? This is the perfect time to make a video. So I came home, got the camera out, and got this going because I didn't plan on making a video on this yet, but here we are. We're going to do it today. Let's turn it on. Let me go through the basics with you guys like I always do with the scanners, and we'll take it out to the van and we'll see what kind of codes I got. All right, so let's go ahead and do our normal routine. Let's go ahead and boot it up and see how long it takes to get you going to where you can start using the scanner. We'll time it. So I'm looking at the screen right now, watching the timer just to see how long it's going to take. And I'm going to also, I've already got the other Launch going over here. I want to put them side by side to show you guys that they're very similar. Obviously the bigger one does a lot more stuff, but they're very, very similar as far as the interface and how you use it. is pretty much the same. I don't know if I mentioned this is a touch screen, and you do have a light right here that's green when it's fully charged and red when it's charging on the charger. So right now we're 30 seconds in, 35 seconds. Okay, so 35 seconds is what it's going to take to get you, move you guys so you can see the screen a little bit better, hopefully. Let me turn my light on. It's going to get you to where you can start, okay, just turn the light on, where you can start using the scanner. Especially if you're a mechanic, once again, time is money. So up here, you're going to have your battery, 95% charge. Like I said, I have been playing with it. I've been doing updates with it. You're going to have your current time. You're going to have the date, which is great. And then you're going to have your Wi-Fi. Right now, mine has a question mark. I'm not sure why, because I know the Wi-Fi is on. Right here, local diagnose, service function. That's going to be your oil change and all that good stuff. Other modules, software update. That's where you're going to do all your updates. I'll go in there in a minute. Malls where you can buy stuff. Know your customer, I'm not sure, I haven't messed with that yet. Mine, not sure what that is either. Toolbox, and then more. But let me show you. So that screen, oops, okay. You notice they look a lot alike. A lot of the icons are the same. And that, I love that. That makes it so much easier if you've already have a launch. In fact, I need to do some updates to this one. But if you already have this type of scanner and you buy another one, it's really close to the same as far as how you use it, which is always a good thing. So let's check out service functions. So you have your brake reset, your oil reset, SAS, steering angle sensor reset, battery reset, ABS bleeding, electronic throttle relearn, and then your DPF regen. That's pretty common on most scanners anymore. We got a back button here, right here, or you can hit this button. I don't like to touch the screen unless I absolutely have to. So that's a service function. Let's just check out other modules. BST, so that'd be your battery service, I believe, and then your TPMS. Let's just click on TPMS. It's not plugged into a car, obviously, so yeah, so it's not gonna do anything right now. Okay, go back. Your software update. So when you turn your scanner on and there's some softwares that need to be updated, like say a new software came out for a Chevy, and a lot of times it comes out in multiple, it'll be right there, and then you can update it. Once again, you can update it for life, because as you notice, there's no expiration date. This right here is the updates you have already downloaded. I thought, maybe not, because I just did some updates earlier. Okay, so there's zero upgradable software. There's your serial number for your machine. The mall, once again, I'm not connected to the, that's probably why it's not showing that. Hang on, so let me go to my toolbox. I gotta remember where settings are on this thing. More. No. Mine. Here we go, settings. So mine is your settings and stuff. Network. Let me just get this set up on the network. I'll probably just turn the camera off right now and then come back to it. Okay, we are connected to my network now. Let's see if it shows the software updates that I did earlier. It's refreshing. Since we weren't connected to the internet, there you go. So there's all the software that I just did. There was several, I think it was 47, something like that. But you have to have your Wi-Fi on to do that. Let's check out the mall. Let's just see what's in the mall in this scanner, since you don't have to pay for software updates. This scanner is good for your Fiat Chrysler. It will allow you to do that where you pay monthly or yearly to get into their stuff right here. So there it is, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. US, it's $3.32 a month. Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, $3.32 a month. Toyota, GM, I mean, all these companies are doing this now where you have to pay monthly to actually talk to their cars, which is absolutely stupid, but that's just the world we live in right now. But yeah, $332 a month or $39.90 a year for the Chrysler or for that. Then your toolbox, I already showed you what's in there. Your battery voltage. You can just click on this while the car is hooked up to it, and it's going to give your battery voltage while you're using it. Firmware fix, software clear, DTC library. So if we do that, let's do a P0442. If I remember right, that's like EVAP or something. See, I did this a lot for so long. I remember everything. Small leaks, P0442. VAP system is a guide, the gasoline vapor in the tank, blah, blah. If ECU detects a little diameter more than 0.016 millimeters, fuel vapor leakage, the DTC will appear. It tells you why it may have come on. So you can look up any DTC, diagnostic record, data link connector, your feedback, fax, image, and user manual. I don't think this has a camera. No, this one doesn't have a camera. And then your user manual. So if you lose the actual paper version, you have it right here. More, online service, and then your Launch Academy. I think this is to learn how to use their scanner. I'm not sure what online service is. I really don't want to press it. Let's see if we do a local diagnose, if it'll let me do a demo. Yeah, here we go. Demo. Okay. And we're going to put it in my van, but let's just do a demo really quick. Let's go with Chevrolet 2020. Let's just do a health report, and that's going to do a total system scan as if we're hooked into the car right now. Engine oil pressure sensor, evap emissions, 446 and 442. It's funny because we just did that, right? And then we're going to enter that module, which is your ECM. And then we can go in and read them again, right? Let's hit code search. This should take us online to give us definitions and possible causes for that code. Yep, that's awesome. I wish scanners were like this back when I was turning wrenches years ago. They weren't like this. And this tells you so much information that I never had when I was turning wrenches. We used Mitchell and stuff like that to learn all this. There's your causes, diagnosis, repair. I mean, that is so cool. Man, I wish I'd have had this back when I was doing it. So here you can read your data stream. So if you want to watch live data while you're driving around, and I mean, there's just so much stuff these little scanners do, and for the money you spend, you're just getting a heck of a deal. Okay, so when you get in your car, you got to find your data link connector on this Ford Econoline. It's pretty easy. This is actually for my insurance because I'm a business. We'll take that out. There's my OBD2 connector, and you just want to make sure you line it up properly, and that way you don't bend your pins and push in, and it makes an audible noise. You probably didn't hear it. It's automatically already checking for the VIN. Oops, sorry. Trying to get my key here. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. We'll put it by my microphone. Okay, so it found the VIN. 2013 Ford E450. Yep, that is correct. Sorry if I'm yelling into the microphone. Let me put this on my steering wheel if I can. I like having stuff on my steering wheel. Okay, so 13.2 volts. It tells me what our voltage is right now, which is always a good thing. The battery is charging while hooked in. Oops. Okay, we're going to hit confirm. It should ask me what radio I have. I just remember Ford's. Yes, that is correct. Trying to not shake, you guys. I'm sorry. It's this red light telling you we are hooked in. It's charging. So this is taking a little while longer than I like. I don't like sitting around when I'm waiting on scanners. I want to get in and get the job done. Identify the type of radio installed. Let's see, AM/FM radio with CD, AM/FM or navigation system, no CD, digital satellite. We have with CD. That's it. Fords always ask that. Anti-lock brakes, powertrain control module. Right there, we have 3 codes. Hey, I was close on the 442. This one has a 446 system vent control circuit. Then we have evap large leak and system leakage fuel cap loose or off. And I know it's on, but I did just get gas the other day, so we'll have to double check that. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, abnormal. 3 codes is considered abnormal. Okay, let's just click on it. I don't know what you do here. Okay. I don't want to, okay, here's your enter button. So enter. Because what I want to do now that it has a vent solenoid fault code, I want to actually see if this will activate the vent solenoid. And what you want to listen for, you want to hear it click. If you hear the click, the vent solenoid is working. Doesn't mean that it's not leaking, but you know that the valve is opening and closing. But does not mean that that's not the problem. I really hope that that's not the problem, just because I don't really feel like dealing with it on this van. But I don't like having a check engine light on. Yeah, I don't care for this. This is taking way longer than it should. Okay, so here you have module information, which is going to tell you everything for your PCM. Read fault codes, clear fault code, read data stream, OBD function. Okay, so let's go to OBD function. I don't see where it says to activate. Read live data, read fault codes, test, clear fault codes. Yeah, see, okay, so this scanner is not going to allow, from what I'm seeing, let's see, where's the continuous memory diagnostic. I forget what that actually stands for. The CMDT is what we want. We don't want the key on engine off, key on engine running right now. Because then it goes through and does a whole self-test of the whole entire freaking car. Continuous memory diagnostic trouble code. Okay, now, here's our DTCs. Snapshot data. Let's click on this. So when the fault code occurred, my accelerator pedal position, your throttle pedal, had a 0.75 volts, and the sensor number 2 had 0.38 volts. No error there. We were at 0 RPMs on the output shaft. The engine was at 1022 RPMs, 1022 RPMs when it happened. I mean, this kind of gives you an idea of what's going on. Engine misfire currently detected no. Engine run time was basically 5 seconds. Fuel levels 55% when it happened. This is telling you what happened when the code turned on. This is very, very important when you're doing diagnosing. But right now, I am not worried about doing any of that. Right now, just seeing what this scanner does for you guys. Now, let's see if it'll clear them. Just show you guys how to clear codes. Do you want to clear fault memory? Yes. Because if it has those 3 codes, it will come back on. So I'm not really worried about that. I can do it later. Okay, now let's see if it did. Retrieve continuous memory diagnostic trouble codes. Okay, no codes. There is no DTC. Okay, trying to see what this button up here does, though. Oh, that's just to exit. Okay, cancel. Because I don't think that's on mine. Yes, we want to exit that. Okay, let's go back out. What I want to do... Okay, so this scanner does a lot of stuff, but it doesn't allow you to do activations. So that's kind of a bummer to me, but you got to remember, this is a sub $200 scanner. You can't expect it to do what the big scanners do. So here's your graph for battery voltage. Let's start it. You see it drop down when I started it. See if we can make this graph larger. As you see, we're just below 14 on the graph. So that's cool. I mean, battery voltage, that's cool. You can do that also in the PCM. So that's not that big of a deal. But, I mean, for the average DIYer, this is probably all you need. All right, so I'm just a little bit disappointed in the functionality of this, that it doesn't allow you to do activations. But maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe thinking about what the scanner actually costs, the purpose of the scanner, what people actually want to use it for, the average DIYer. This is all you'll ever really need as the average DIYer to do your oil changes and to do other stuff that you need to do to reset. This is going to be perfect. It's not going to cost you a ton of money. It's not going to cost you to update it at all, ever. It's a lifetime updates. So in retrospect, I guess that it's a good value for the under $200. I think it's around $180 on Amazon, but you can get coupons sometimes I saw on there for like $150. So $150 scanner that does all that. And Launch makes incredible scanners. They are such high quality, their scanners are. But this is not something that I would recommend to a professional detailer. I know it says professional scan tool, but it's not something I would recommend if you're going to do it day to day, every single day. It's going to be in your hand trying to diagnose problems. Diagnosing cars is not easy. The scanner gets you close with the fault code, and then you have to diagnose it yourself. But on other scanners, like this one, I just did an update. Like this scanner, I can do all the activations and everything that I want, but that's what that scanner is designed for. That is aimed at the professional detailer. These are more aimed for the DIYer. So it is what it is. I mean, it's a very nice, well-made machine. I love the functionality of it. The touch screen is great. It's very quick. It's very active. I don't care for how long it takes to get into modules. Now, a lot of times that can be the make. Maybe if I tried it on like a Chevy, it wouldn't take as long to get into modules. A lot of times that has to do with the modules. This one seemed to take a little while. But the functionality is super simple. Everything that you need is right there. You don't even have to ever touch a screen if you don't want to touch the screen. Updating is easy. Click the button, hit update all, you're ready to go. But you can, like I said, you can do oil change resets, your brake reset, your ABS bleed, the type of stuff that the average DIYer is going to want to do. This scanner is going to get the job done, and it's not going to cost you a bunch of money. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video and checking it out. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the Fab family. We'd love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.